Hey guys, Belladonna here, back with my amazing collection. So during a couple of my last videos, I promised that I'd be doing a walkthrough to take a close-up look of some of my amazing collection that I have on display. And we are going to be finally delivering on that today, and we're going to be starting in this corner. You guys see me in this little setup all the time, but there is so many interesting and nifty little things surrounding me that we just kind of ignore. So I want to walk through this and actually give you all a better look at some of the things that I have on display. And I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned, because we're actually gonna do this with a couple of the different sections I have, so you're gonna be able to see how some of the stuff has grown and changed, and the new pieces I've gotten in on some of the things we've talked about before, as well as some awesome stuff I've got coming up. So just entering the room, I've got this adorable little sitting room vibe going on, and I have these amazing antique barley twist and cane chairs. So this is the original caning and is mostly intact, which I was super pleased to find. I'm not sure if this is the original upholstery, but it was old and kind of fun. I liked it. So I haven't had the heart to redo it yet, and just accepting the fact that it has some character. I actually managed to find a set of 4 of these, and that was really exciting because a lot of the times these have been separated, broken up. I mean, I think they're from like the 18th century, so they're a little old, but I've got cute little things set up all around, fun prints of art, and adorable little stuffed animals. You remember the British Brigadier Guard. This is a little Scottish Guard, and little vintage Pooh Bear, and my Holly Hobby high chair. And so I have cute little random things like my Tweety bird, but then also this antique English smoking stand that I have these carnival glass inserts for. The little one down here got broken, but they are a matching pair, so I still wanted to keep them together. This is a new addition to the collection. This adorable little guy is handcrafted. He is an antique, and I am going to be doing a little feature on him sometime soon, so I don't want to give away too much right now, but he is adorable. You guys remember my American Girl dolls if you've been watching along with my videos. I just adore having these little pieces of my childhood. This adorable little tin toy is artist signed. I don't know if I've done a video on this guy yet, but I probably should, because he's pretty neat. I know that little guy, as well as those and some of the ones down here, you guys saw in part of my heritage doll collection videos, but I've actually added several more to the collection here. So that lady and these ones here are gonna be new. Got this one over here. Might have to expand that video series here sometime. Some of my pieces are actually family heirlooms, like this lovely lady. And she has been with me since my childhood, like the American Girl dolls, but she actually comes from my grandmother, who had her well before. Sometimes I just find fun things, like this mannequin back here, and this beautiful little vintage jewelry piece here with these freshwater pearls and the little crystal beading. Of course, if you've been watching my videos, you guys saw the video I did on the lamps, and I have quite the obsession with the variety of lamps. You'll notice this one over here. It's probably actually my favorite of all of the lamps I have. It does need some repair work done to it, some touch-ups to the gold paint and everything, but this is just absolutely gorgeous. So this is Bohemian Crystal, and it's cut crystal with this gorgeous amber color. And while I'm not typically one for amber, orangey, yellowy shades, there are certain pieces that just make it look so good. I did find this lampshade to put with it. It's not original, but I think it still looks pretty nice together. And so you guys remember the little wooden elephant. Here's another of my cultural heritage dolls. One we didn't get to cover, but she's super cute too, all handmade. These bags are going to be having their own little series here coming up. So all of these are vintage or antique. A lot of them were handcrafted, and we are going to be covering them in depth here soon. If you remember me getting super excited for these little finds up here. So this is textile art that I was lucky enough to find. The artist who produces these does not typically sell her work, and it's usually found in exhibits and museums. And so having a rare piece like these in my collection was just super, super neat. Oh, there's so much little fun stuff. Even just like the little wooden hand-carved ornaments. These are just so much fun. I love having these little pieces as just little random wall decorations. It just adds so much little personality. And of course, I do love Lucy. So that's this corner over here for the most part. But y'all remember seeing this mirror and my adorable little puppets, but also a lot of like things that don't really have proper spaces yet, just kind of get like neatly placed somewhere sometimes. This big dresser is actually a family piece, and I haven't refurbished it yet, though I probably will eventually, simply because it's kind of like telling the history of its story traveling through the family, and I kind of like that. Okay, gorgeous blue. I love vintage suitcases, but the blue of this Bell Bear was just, I could not leave that where I found that. That came home with me for sure. I have so many random nifty little things. I know you remember the advertising thimbles. If you guys have been watching my video, these are super cute and fun to collect. One of my little limoges pieces. There's another one back there. I have an obsession with pretty shiny things, so you'll often see a lot of crystals and rocks in my collection. I pick up a whole bunch of semi-precious stones and stuff like that if I can find them. A lot of crystals and quartz. It's just fun to add for the decoration value mostly. But some of these big chunks, I mean, like, that's a massive hunk right there. I was like really pleased with that find. Vintage Disney, because I can't even. I adore these little jewelry boxes. I very rarely store my own pieces in them just because, like, I'm kind of a mess, but I love having some of the vintage finds that I've collected over the years on display in this, because I pick up all of these nifty little things and I think they're just so cute. I know we've talked about how some of the vintage jewelry, even if it's technically considered costume jewelry, can still be a lot of fun and artist designed. This is a piece of limoges that I've gotten in recently. It's by a different maker than a lot of the other pieces we've seen before. It was actually designed to hold like your hairbrush and comb on your vanity, and it is quite beautiful. It's very simple, but I love having it holding the iconic sewing scissors. If you're familiar with sewing, you've probably seen these before. Everyone and their grandmother seems to have some, and so do I. I also have a little obsession with oil lamps. If you've been watching my videos, you might have seen this one hiding in one of my cases somewhere else, but he is now living up here. And the beautiful detailed panels you can find on these glass lamps. I don't have this one plugged in right now, but this is one of those touch lamps. And so you would be able to just tap on the brass, and anywhere it would be able to turn on the lights. And the panels are actually interchangeable, and so there's people who would get different panels for different seasons and just change out the panels on their lamps as a part of their decorations. I think that's really neat. So thanks for bearing with me as I rambled all over the place today, but I hope you enjoyed getting to see some of my collection up close if you stayed tuned for the whole video. And we will be doing this in several smaller segments with some of the other display cases I have. And so make sure you're staying tuned if you're interested in seeing all of it. After I'm finished kind of going through all of the collection, I will be getting back to doing some mini series. Like I said, we've got one coming up on the purses. I've got a couple of updates on the one for the dolls of the cultural heritage collection that we did, and we have multiple nifty individual little things that are going to be talked about too. So I hope you're enjoying watching my videos, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.